Lesson 13 introduces the concept of functions, which you've actually used before in your previous lessons. Lesson 11, when you drew a snowman, you would call the function called draw snowman. What it was actually doing was reading one of these little functions off to the side. And if you can kind of think of them as sort of a small little mini program that you can call. This particular bubble, number 4 here, gives you an example function. This function is called fill5, and it will simply perform what's in here, which is repeating 5 times to fill. Now, if we look at our puzzle over here on the left, we see that our farmer needs to, instead of filling, he needs to remove these piles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this function to remove 5 times, again, modeling it after our function to the right. So I'm going to put a little repeat loop in there, do remove. I'm going to make it 7 times. All right, now I've built this function. Now I can use that function over here on my main program anytime I need to remove a pile 7 times. So if I'm right here, I can see right away I need to remove 7. So I'm going to go inside my functions, call the function remove 7, and then I'm going to go ahead and do my stair-step pattern, which I've done in previous lessons, where I would move forward, turn left, move forward, turn right. All right. Now what I'm going to do is going to beta test this, make sure it works for one step. I can see that it's calling that function remove 7, doing my stair-step pattern. Of course, I need to complete this. So what I will need to do is put all of this inside of a loop. So I'm going to take this entire program, put it inside a repeat loop, and decide how many times do I need to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And that's how you effectively build a function. Now, if we jump ahead to puzzle 9 on lesson 13, you can see a relatively complex function has already been built for us. What I like to do is go ahead and call that function and just run my program and see what it does. And I can see by this, it runs through and does an entire column's worth of removing piles. So I can see that's what I need to do over and over and over again. So using this function, I can create a loop moving forward to reposition to the next aisle or the next column, and just repeat that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And that's the most effective use of this function over here on the right, and shows you how simple it can become if you have a nice complex function. But in your main program, you're just going to write it like that.